On a chilly Thursday evening, we welcome you to Primetime News Penultimate Daily Edition. Good evening, I'm Michael Madimba. Today marks the commemoration of the International Day of the African Child. In line with this year's theme, Eliminating Harmful Practices Affecting Children, Policy and Practice Progress since 2013, we exhort all parents to take an active role in the daily activities of children and to ensure their safety and well-being. Children are the future. And on that note, we commence with the bulletin. The Judicial Service Commission on Wednesday announced that President Dr. Hage Geingob, on the recommendation of the Judicial Service Commission, appointed acting judges to the High Court to enable it to deal with its work expeditiously. Sawi Al-Siku filed our first report.
These acting judges are N. Doris Hans Kaumbi, who has been appointed as an acting judge of the High Court for the period 15 June 2022 to 31 August 2022. Hans Kaumbi obtained a Bachelor of Laws and a B. Juris from the University of Namibia in 2001 and 1999 respectively. The Judicial Service Commission, in a media statement issued on Wednesday, said she is currently a legal practitioner in private practice. Hans Kaumbi was admitted as a legal practitioner of the High Court in 2003. Another acting judge that has also been appointed is Dr. Justice Collins Parker. Parker has been appointed as an acting judge of the High Court for the period 15 June 2022 to 31 March 2023. Meanwhile, Justice David Munsu and Justice Eric Keslow have also been reappointed as acting judges of the High Court, effective from 16 July 2022 to 31 March 2023. The Judicial Service Commission congratulated the acting judges on their appointments and wished them well in the execution of their onerous tasks. Reporting for Nampa News, I am Sawi Al-Siku.
On to an unfortunate development. A 29-year-old man died after he allegedly leaped from the 15th floor of the Havani Hotel in Windhoek at about 1300 hours on Wednesday. Shelva Wells compiled the story.
Namibian Police Force spokesperson Deputy Commissioner Kona Shikwambi told the Namibia Press Agency on Wednesday that the deceased has been identified as Andonius Shalimba Shitalangaho based on evidence found in his wallet. Shikwambi said it is understood that the deceased was employed at the Ministry of Works and Transport. According to preliminary investigations, the man was seen on CCTV footage walking into the hotel alone. Shikwambi explained on the 15th floor he entered the Stratos restaurant and bar, walked to the glass balcony, looked down at the ground twice and then climbed over the glass and jumped. He died on the spot. Police found a wallet and identification cards on the body, which was transported to the mortuary. The deceased's next of kin were informed and a suicide inquest docket has been opened.
We do acknowledge that mental health challenges are a serious concern in societies around the world. We therefore strongly encourage all experiencing mental health challenges to reach out for professional assistance. Moving on. Namibian Police Force Deputy Commissioner for the Protected Resources Division, Barry de Klerk, has revealed that a total of 131 wildlife crimes cases have been registered between 2017 and 14 June 2022. Linia Dishena filed this insert.
Speaking at the National Stakeholder Forum on Wildlife Protection and Law Enforcement on Wednesday, de Klerk revealed that 93 cases are ongoing at various courts in the country, while 16 have been finalized with conviction and 9 have been provisionally withdrawn. He continued that 8 cases were struck off the court rolls, whilst 2 were finalized without conviction, 2 were finalized, and 1 was declared indeterminate. De Klerk indicated that in 2021, 43 rhinos were poached as compared to 21 poached thus far in 2022, whilst 8 elephants were poached in 2021 compared to 2 already poached in 2022. He noted that the suspects arrested include 487 Namibians, 21 Angolans, 5 Zambians and 5 Asians. A total 243 suspects are out on bail, while 132 are awaiting trial and 32 suspect cases were withdrawn. Further, 30 were discharged and 29 were released. A total of 30 suspects have been convicted, 9 are deceased, while 8 have absconded and 5 have been acquitted. Launching the forum, Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, Pwamba Shifeta, said wildlife trafficking has become a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise that has expanded, and environmental crime has exploded to become the fourth largest criminal sector worldwide after drug trafficking, counterfeit crimes and human trafficking. He said they need to reorganize our combined forces and change our operation strategies as a matter of urgency.
Now, the 16th of June annually is commemorated as the International Day of the African Child, and in observing the day, Ombudsman Basilius Diakuka rallied on Namibians, particularly parents of school-age children, to focus their attention on the barriers that African children face in the pursuit of quality education. The day traces its roots to the 1976 uprising in Soweto, South Africa, when the children demanded to be taught in their own language and to receive better education rather than Bantu education. The theme of this year's African Child Day is eliminating harmful practices affecting children, policy and practice, progress since 2013. When we return, we will look at a 4-month comparison at the economic activities. Primetime Bees brings you all things business and economics, and leading the slot tonight. The Bank of Namibia Governor Johannes Karachap on Wednesday noted that the domestic economic activities rebounded in the first 4 months of 2022 compared to 2021. Marco Ndlovu compiled this insert.
Growth in private sector credit extension increased to 2.9% during the first 4 months of 2022, higher than the 2.3% registered during the same period in 2021. The marginal rise in private sector credit extension growth was due to increased credit demand by both businesses and individuals. Since the last MPC meeting, year-on-year growth in private sector credit extension increased to 3.8% in April 22 from 2.8% recorded in February 2022, mainly supported by a higher uptake of credit by businesses. Although there is an improvement in private sector credit extension, the growth rate remains historically low, indicative of very subdued conditions in the credit market. As of the 31st of May 2022, the stock of international reserves stood at 43.9 billion Namibian dollars compared to 40.8 billion Namibian dollars at the end of March 2022, reported at the last meeting. The increase in international reserves was partly used to currency depreciation and SACU receipts. At this level, international reserves are estimated to cover 5.4 months of imports and hence remain adequate to meet the country's international financial obligations.
Moving on. Edie Tope, who heads the Domestic Taxes Division, recently revealed that businesses and individuals in the Commerce region owe the Namibia Revenue Agency NAMRA 5.6 billion Namibian dollars in taxes. Let's get the details from this report compiled by Edward Mubu Jr.
While conceding that most Namibians were still recovering from the effects of COVID-19, which brought the economy to its knees, Itobe said they cannot blame everything on COVID-19. He said some of what is owed to the revenue agency dates back to 5 years ago. Even if we take away 5 billion Namibian dollars, the 600 million Namibian dollars is a lot. Itobe said the revelation was made during NAMRA's stakeholder engagement held in the capital, where it was also announced that 11.7 billion Namibian dollars in tax revenue was collected from the Commerce region, while the 13 other regions contributed 23 billion to the state purse during the 2020-2021 financial year. Of this, 49% came from individual taxes and 36% from value-added tax, while corporate tax was a measly 11% for the whole country. NAMRA's Commissioner Sam Shifute said the trend is worrisome. It shows there is under-declaration, non-declaration, and misclassification of profits by companies in Namibia.
That's where we leave it for the top segment. Stay tuned for your sportscast, but first, the economics roundup and the weather forecast.
Good evening and welcome to Sport Planet. I'm Selima Shimoefeleni Masipa. We begin with the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service, where Agnes Chongarero, the Minister, announced the appointment of an interim board for the Namibia Sports Commission for the next 6 months. Addressing a media conference in the capital earlier today, Chongarero said the term of the previous board ended on the 31st of May and currently the Namibia Sports Commission does not have a board to give policy direction because of the vacuum.
You cannot have a vacuum because there are staff members in that commission. They don't know whether they are coming or going, whom to ask whatever they want to ask because there's a vacuum, sort of a vacuum. So, the Public Enterprise Act have got their own rules and regulations. And I will really encourage all new or interim board members to get hold of that. Get in touch of Jessica. She'll help you to have that Public Enterprise Act. You read that together with what you are going to get today, so that you can have a proper picture. What is it we have been put in? What is it which is expected from us?
Real Madrid president Florentino Perez has claimed Kylian Mbappe decided to stay at Paris Saint-Germain because he was confused after being put under intense political and economic pressure. But when asked about the possibility of Mbappe joining Real Madrid in the future, Perez kept the door open for the 23-year-old. This Mbappe is not my Mbappe, Perez said, but if he changes, who knows? Life takes 1,000 turns. Mbappe stunned Real Madrid last month by rejecting a move to the Santiago Bernabeu in favor of signing a new 3-year contract at PSG with a reported salary of between 40 to 50 million euros. Stand by for your sports roundup. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's newscast. Many thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and press the notifications bell to stay posted on the latest happenings locally and globally. From myself, Selima Shimoefeleni Masipa, and the entire production crew, it's good night.